Hey, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 11th of January 2025. This is my weekly analysis video where we have a look at some of the Forex pairs. I'm trading on the daily time frame using the high probability and divergence trading methods from my books. Okay, I hope everyone's weekend's going okay. We'll get into it now. The year's well and truly on the move. We had NFP news out of the US and employment numbers out of Canada last night, which created a bit of havoc in the markets, which we'll see. Other than that, it's all good. All right, let's get into it. So let's have a look at the charts. Now, if you do like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe button. It's always appreciated. As I always say, they're not the most exciting videos by any means. I get that. As long as I get the message across, that's all that counts. All right, this is TradingView. I do all my analysis on TradingView these days. All my trading is done on MT5. I don't think I've got any MT4 accounts left now. So it's all on MT5. But TradingView for my analysis. This is my watch list on the right here. As you can see, a lot's highlighted in orange. That means there's something I want to talk about in this video. So down to silver here, XAG, USD, they're the big moving pairs. They're the ones that do the multi-sequence hedging and the loss recovery using the QMP dot, which we'll see. The bottom seven, plus you got the US 500, you probably can't see there because my ugly head's there. The bottom seven is the traditional hedging and the loss recovery based on the MACD Platinum. If you don't know what any of them are, go to my YouTube channel, have a look in one of the playlist there. There's a heap of videos explaining those different management techniques there. But if anyone's got any questions, just hit me up in the JAGfx group or the Telegram channel, which everyone's more than welcome to join. I do a daily update on both those groups, as most of you know, or those channels, where any trade, new trades are called, and any trade management. So generally for me, I'll wake up at about 6:30 in the morning local. I'm in Cambodia. That's the new candle for me is 5 a.m. local. That's 5 p.m. in New York. I don't get up at 5 a.m. That's way too early. But I do get up about an hour and a half later, and I take any trades and call them, take a screenshot, etc., and put them in a shared folder. So yeah. All right, let's get into it. All right, as you can see, we've got a lot happening this week. Now, remember when we took the Aussie USD buy, the Euro USD buy, the Pound USD buy? Remember I said they're all correlated? Well, guess what? They've all reversed on Monday. And because they're in that top half of my watch list, it's the multi-sequence hedging. So just bear with me here. I'll explain it. We'll go through it slowly. Right, don't worry about sequence 2 over here. That's already a winner. Sequence 1's finished. Sequence 2's a winner. There's a stop. We can't lose on that. It also had a loss recovery, which we can't lose on that. So ignore these trades over here. All good. Just move over here. So we took this buy here. It's only like on the 7th of Jan. Took the buy. It's a high risk trade. Look, yeah, the market's heading down. Took a buy. And we've got a reversal here on Monday. So we're going to take a sell on Monday. So this is sequence 3. So we took a buy. Now it's 0.06. It would have been 0.12. But because we're going to loss recovery, I close half of that for the loss recovery side of things. So my base lot is 0.6. So sequence 3, 0.6 was a buy. Now we're hedge 1, break even. So we're going to buy on S3. Now we're going to take a sell and hedge that, S3. S4 is a new sell. It is a valid sell signal. So that is a actual valid sell signal because the MACD Platinum's above the 0 level. So if you're not in these trades, you can take that sell on Monday. No problems at all. The trend's down. I'll just see if there's any divergence. Not really. Nothing to get too excited about. The MACD Platinum's just above the 0 level, so it's not ideal. But it is heading down, and that's the way it's going. So what I'm taking is I've got a buy already, so I'm taking a hedge sell and a second sell for sequence 4. So ignoring the above here, because that's all sorted. So that'll give me an overall break even at such and such a place. I think I've already done the... So this is what it looked like. There's a buy. That's that one here. There's a sell, which will be on Monday, which I'll put in there. So these two will be hedged at sequence 3. And sequence 4 will be a sell. Don't know the price yet. It'll be for the same size, 0.06. That'll give me a break-even price in here. So that's the plan on Monday. That break-even, who cares where it is? Because I'm happy to go the other way. It doesn't matter. In the meantime, we're going to loss recovery mode. So because that buy was a loser, I basically closed half of this. If you noticed last week's video, this would have been buy 0.12. It's now 0.06 because I closed half of it on Monday. Just it's a little bit technical, a bit tricky, but don't worry about it. So I'm going to close. I'm going to take a loss. I don't know what it is yet. Then a second sell. So it'll be a T2 sell at 0.18 at such and such. That'll give me 2 targets, all right? Target 1, target 2. Target 1's basically the first price I can get out and just recover my loss and just get out the trade. Target 2 is where I get to a level where I can close out part of this 0.18 and put a stop in place and trail it down further. Like I've done over here on this one here. I'm trailing it down. Already recovered the loss, the $65, already recovered that, and now I'm making much more on that. So it's all good. So that's Aussie, new sell on Monday, 2 for sequence 3 and sequence 4. BTC is highlighting orange. Basically, I've stopped out of my buy. So I took this buy here. That was on the 3rd of January. And this is, remember, Bitcoin's a 24/7 market, so it's still ticking over at the moment. There's today's candle. You'll notice it's the only price that's actually moving on my list there. It's a 24/7 market. All right, we've sort of got some support here at this level here, which is around about the 91,500 roughly. This green dash line, that's the 100,000 level. So it's going to be sticking around here. As you can see, it's like a bit of a magnet. And until it clears that one way or the other, we're just going to be stuck around there for a little while. MACD Platinum's been below the 0 level for a while. I stopped out of my buy. Small profit, no big deal. Then go to the spreadsheet and have a look. Let's go to the crypto one. So we'll go down a bit. So yeah, there's a profit. It's only $160 something, $165, but it's only 0.08. So hey, a win's a win. It's no loss. So we're at the moment, we're in no trades there. I just leave it on the chart to show you where I stopped out and what happened. Like I said, I call any trade management in the group. So it's all good. So I'll tidy up this chart once the video's done. Euro USD. Now, it's very similar to the Aussie, like I said. We've got a new sell on Monday, and this is really struggling around the MACD Platinum around the 0 level. So this, if you're going to take it, just going to take a sell, I wouldn't take it on this one. The Aussie, yes. This, no. The MACD Platinum's below the 0 level. It's just not a great signal. I'd wait. We'll see if we break this low here. But anyway, again, we're in a couple of trades from sequence 1 and the loss recovery. So don't worry about them. They're both sweet. Can't lose on them. I'll look at moving stops down on all these trades later in the week if I get an opportunity. So let's just go to sequence 2 and sequence 3. So sequence 2, very similar to the Aussie, was a buy. Not a very good one, but it was a buy. Now we've got a hedge sell and a sequence 3 trade 1. So same as before, no dramas. We'll give us an overall break even, put it on the spreadsheet. So this sell will be in here somewhere, depending where the market closes. Don't take this sell on Monday. This is just purely for me for the multi-sequence hedging and also the loss recovery. Again, very similar, loss recovery. I closed half of sequence 2, so it's only 0.06 now. So that's going to be my loss for the first buy, trade 1 on the loss recovery. And trade 2 will be a sell for 0.18 at whatever. And I'll have my target 1, target 2. So, but I could do an overall break even and take these other trades into consideration. You know, it'll reduce my overall break even. All right, pound CAD. We're in a sell here and it's looking good. Dropped off a cliff the last few days, which is great. So we're heading back towards this low here. MACD Platinum's just bearing down, big bearish candle. I could move my stop down, but no rush yet. I can't imagine turning up and just going through there in one hit. Can't lose on the straight anyway, so it's all good. All right, pound yen highlighted in orange. Right, I'll stop out on this buy. So this buy, so do it up there. Oops, moved the old chart, didn't I? Damn. I'll fix that up later. There's my little, there we go. All right, took this buy back here on the 5th of December, and it was the stop. I eventually brought the stop up to there, had to sell, brought the stop up. It was stopped out for a profit. So all good there. In this sell here from the 31st of December, New Year's Eve. So paid off. I've moved my stop down, closed half, moved my stop down. The reason I moved my stop down was because, or closed half, was because this closed on the other side there, made 20. There's a little bit of profit there, and Friday was kind of me, dropped even further. So now look at trying to bring the stop down, probably above, in here somewhere, just above the 20 moving average. It's a simple moving average. I'll bring the stop to there. Yeah, so that buy, I'll remove that from the chart once the video's done. Like I said, I'll just leave it on here to show you what happened during the week with my stops, etc. Right, pound USD, again, very similar to the Aussie and the Euro USD. Monday, new sell signal. It's not a valid sell, all right? This one's definitely below the zero level, so don't take it. If you're just getting into a trade, do not take it. The Aussie is the only one you could probably, so far, that you take a legit trade on if you're just starting from scratch. If your first trade you ever took was on Monday, don't take the euro sell or the pound sell. Not saying they're going to work out, not going to work out, but it's just not in accordance with my rules, that's all. If you trade my way, that is. So pound USD, very similar again. We're in a sell here, which we can't lose. It stops in place, so ignore that. That's all good. So, but here we go. Sell one is sequence one is a buy. Don't worry about the sequence being asked about the numbers. You know, it's just I just try and keep it S1, S2, S3. So it doesn't matter what order they're in. This one just happens to be S1. This one's S3 because I've already got an S2 over here. So we've got a buy, taking a hedge, sell, and a sequence 3 new trade 1, which will give me again overall break even, etc. Which will work out once we get the prices. And same with the loss recovery, exactly the same. We had a loss here, take a sell there. Remember the loss recovery on this is on every QMP dot, so we take every trade. All right, so all good. XAG USD, which is silver. Now, like I say, you can trade gold if you want. I just trade silver, something different. It's been kind to me. The metals, they're actually pretty good pairs to trade, gold and silver. We're stuck around this $30 level. That green dashed line is the $30 level. As you can see, it's like a bit of a magnet. Price seems to hug it, hog it, hog it, hug it, hug it, hog it, hug it. HUG, hug it. It's like a magnet. So, yeah, we're in a buy. Oh, it's highlighted. Hang on. Oh, yeah, I've stopped out of my sell trade. So, S2 was a sell. And 6th of Jan, stopped out for profit. All right. So, popped through the stop here about 4 days in a row before it actually broke through on Friday. Went up in this buy here. Already closed half and brought my stop up nice and tight. Can't lose on that trade either. So, we had a win on the sell, which I'll remove once I've done the video. And we're now in a buy, which I can't lose on, which is all good. All right, now we're moving down the second bottom half of the watch list. So things are done slightly different here. This is traditional hedging and loss recovery based on the MACD Platinum. So we're only taking a loss recovery trade based on a valid signal. It's got to be on the right side of the MACD Platinum. And you'll see that when we get down to, I think, the New Zealand dollar. All right, Aussie Swiss. We're just in S2 at the moment. So, it's a buy, sell, second buy. Just popped through one day. It wasn't enough for me to take any action. You know, like it went through the break even just, but not to be. I didn't take it. Now, the MACD Platinum's gone through the zero level. So if we get another sell anytime soon, and we've got a red dot on the MACD Platinum above the zero level, but no red QMP filter dot. So I'll be getting red, that's hence the warning, the grey warning thing, line there. So I'll be getting ready to sell. And if I do get a sell, not only will it be a S2 trade, it'll also be a sequence 1. I'll go back to sequence 1. Sequence 1, trade 1, if it stays above the MACD Platinum. And we're also in loss recovery mode, and we're not doing very well. We're in a trade 2 buy, so there's your buy there. Second buy was there. We ignored the sell because it was below, the MACD Platinum was below the zero. This is still a valid buy. That's why we took the loss recovery on that trade. Now, if we do get a sell signal here, I'll close this loss recovery buy trade here, and I'll take a sell loss recovery because the MACD Platinum's on the correct side of the zero level, so I'm in sell mode, and that's how I'll recover that loss. Try go down. You'll see it once if it happens. I know it's a little bit confusing. There's a lot happening on these charts. I'm showing you multiple methods, trade management techniques, and like I say, just pick one or two and test them. Don't do them all unless you're very comfortable with it or confident in it. It is a little bit tricky. I've got all day. I don't have any other jobs. I live by myself, so I can spend hours on the charts looking at stuff. So I've got no other things to do, really. This is my life. Except drink beers on weekends, which is today. All right, so Aussie Swiss, we're trying to get up to the break even, but it's a lot of sideways action here. We've got this support level here. Still got the market structure, but the MACD Platinum is above the zero level, so I'm getting ready to reverse. Euro Aussie, it's causing a little bit of grief. I took a sell here. It just kept on going up, going up, going up. Sell signal remained valid. There's no buy signal. The MACD Platinum started to roll over. So I drew this trend line across here, broke the lows, took another sell for the same position size. And there's a break even there, which is obviously in the middle. They're both the same size, but it's just gone against me, as Murphy's Law would have it. So I'm just waiting to see. MACD Platinum's below the zero level. Now, generally when the Aussie's going down, this will be going up. So we'll wait and see what happens. The pound Aussie in no trades at the moment. I'm sort of kicking myself because I wasn't that sell, remember, from here. Yeah, it would have been about break even, so it's better just being out. Right, pound Swiss. Now taking some action on Monday to pound Swiss, all right. So S1 was a sell. Yeah, sorry, just had a little cough and fit there. Yeah, S1 was a sell. Took a hedge buy, then took a second sell. So no dramas there. In the meantime, S1 was a sell, as I said. Because I went into hedge mode, that means the loss recovery was activated. So I took a loss on that first one, and I had to wait for the second one for the sell because it's a valid MACD Platinum sell signal there. So that was the second loss recovery. Now, on Monday, I'm going to start closing some of this, assuming that the market opens pretty well where it closed on Friday or close to it. There's the yellow dashed line is my overall break even for the sequence 1. That's the traditional hedging. And these two yellow dotted lines are my target 1, target 2. Drop down nicely through target 2. So what I'm going to do is on sequence 1 on the traditional hedge, close the first sell, close the hedge buy, and close 0.15 of the second sell. Then I'm going to put a place in stop. I'm going to put a stop in place at 1.12827, where that red line is, just around the M820. So I can't lose. So as long as the market opens pretty close to that, we're good. And on the loss recovery trade 2, which is up here, sell 18, I'm going to close 0.15 and put my stop in exactly the same place. So same place for both, stop for both. What's going on there? What's my charts moving? Now, who knows? Oh, there we go. That'd be the Wi-Fi going in and out. So yeah, I've got to close this MACD Platinum through the zero level now. You can see, just have a look over here, this orange number. I'll put my mouse over it. There you go there. It's minus 0.00074. So it's below the zero level. It's time to take some action. We're getting close to this low here. So I'm still leaving a couple of 0.03 lot trades on with a stop in place. If it drops, keeps on dropping down, I'll make more money, which is good. But I'm reducing the risk on this. So that's the pound Swiss on Monday. New Zealand is also highlighted in orange. There's a lot happening in there. Right, looking at my notes. Yeah, this is getting a bit ugly, isn't it? But it's not. It is and it isn't. Right, S1. Let's go to, we're still in S1. So traditional hedging, S1 buy. So buy, hedge, sell, second buy, second hedge, third buy. Now Monday is going to be the third hedge sell. So 0.30. I've already updated the spreadsheet. Have a look at the spreadsheet. Just haven't put the prices in, obviously. So refer to that. You all got access to it. It's a shared spreadsheet on Google Drive. So you can have a look at that. So sequence 1, it's going to be a hedge 3 on Monday. Sell. So I don't even think that's, that's, I'm just looking at the MACD platinum. So that's not even a valid sell signal. So don't take this as a sell. Aussie's the only one I'll be taking. All right, so that's a hedge sell. That's all it is for. And for sequence 2, that was a sell. We've already closed half. Can't lose on that. So we can't lose on sequence 2. I don't know why it's 0. Oh yeah, already closed. Yeah, I might have messed that up. Doesn't matter. I've closed half, can't lose on sequence 2, so that's a standalone. Ignore it. Sequence 3 was a buy, which is the MACD plat below the 0 level, so it's a new sequence. Sequence 3 is a buy, so this one on Monday is a hedge sell for that. So that'll be hedged, sequence 3. So taking 2 trades, one for sequence 1 and one for sequence 3, both hedge trades. And overall break even, which will change. So these yellow lines will be moved. Now we come to the loss recovery. Look up here, this one here, sorry. So because I took this buy here, I'm going to close half of it on Monday. It's going to be a loss. And now I have to wait for a valid buy signal, or if the MACD pattern goes above the 0 level, valid sell signal to try and recover that loss. So going to take a loss on that. Now waiting on a valid MACD signal for my next trade on the loss recovery. That's the difference between the LRQ and the LRM. I know it's a little bit confusing. Watch the video on my YouTube channel and you'll see the difference. USD CAD going nowhere fast. Got a trade 2 and I think it's just a loss recovery. Can't lose on that buy anyway. I can drag that stop up a little bit higher. Took this sell up here, sequence 1. It's just gone absolutely sideways. Just not sure where it's going. MACD platinum's now below the 0 level, so I could, no worries, close all these trades and be overall profit, which might be the smart thing to do at the end of the day. So, but the USD CAD always causes me a bit of grief, but it's nice to have on the charts anyway. All right, USD Singapore dollar, just for something different. Singapore's one of my favorite cities. So we've got this big regular bearish divergence happening. Took this buy, very similar to the USD CAD. Took a buy, locking in profit there, can't lose on that. In the meantime, I took this sell back here and it's still just grinding up slowly. And even though there's been a blue dot on the MACD platinum above the 0 level, there was no blue QMP filtered dot. So it's just grinding up, just waiting another sell here or hedge buy or something, I don't know. It may get to the stage I might be drawing a trend line across these lows and looking for a break to the trend line. Who knows where it's going. But in the meantime, I've got this buy on, so I'm in no rush. Let's have platform's closed, so I was going to have a look at the overall. I could probably close the buy and probably about overall break even, so it's no big deal. Right, US 500. This is just the US stock market. There's the high up here, which is around the early December. Hasn't broken it. We had a big drop on the 18th of December, sort of bounced back up. It came down, bounced back up again, sort of this line here. Now it's broke through that. Next sort of level will be in here somewhere, I imagine. So looking around here somewhere. What's that? Around the 5,700-ish. I don't really care about the numbers. MACD platinum's below the zero level. We're heading down. That's US stock market. All right, give me 2 seconds. I'll change. All right, I've just switched profiles, watch lists. I'm on the DCA, dollar cost averaging watch list now. So these 7 pairs here, these are all the slow movers. I'll just change this. I'm on the QQE at the moment. I'll just change this over to MACD Platinum. There we go. There's no really need to look at the QQE advance because there's no pairs, I think, anywhere near overbought or oversold. I think maybe the New Zealand CAD's getting close to oversold. All right, let's have a look. AusCAD, there's a new sell signal on Monday. It's not a valid sell signal. It means nothing to me other than I've now got to wait for another buy. We're in sequence 1. We're in a heap of buys. As you can see, we're on trade 3. So this is dollar cost averaging. That's all it is. So we took a buy here, MACD platinum below the zero level. I probably should have taken a sell there, and I've missed that. The MACD platinum just broke the zero level to the upside. I could have commenced the second sequence, and in hindsight, I wish I had, because this has all been down since. And it would have been a profitable sequence for me, but I didn't. So let's just move on, Jim. So that's trade 1, that's trade 2, that's trade 3. They're all buys. Now, as you can see, the MACD platinum still below the zero level, puts me in buy mode. So I'm now waiting another buy. There's my current break even there at the moment. So we're in sell. Now it's just a matter of waiting patiently, burning through swap fees and tying up margin. It can be slow going, the dollar cost averaging, but it works out eventually in the long run. It's just you've got to put up sometimes a long time, as you'll see in a few of these. Aussie, New Zealand in a sell, and this, look at this thing, it's just going absolutely sideways forever. In a sell, and we're probably at my entry price. I've only been in it a few days, so 30th of December, so I'm not too going nowhere. CAD Swiss, we're in a buy from the 13th of December, and it's just grinding up slowly, and this thing's been stuck in a range too. Look at that. Remember when I did that multi-sequence hedging? I eventually got out of it in a little move like this. Unbelievable. Yeah, I was in it for a long time. Not the right pair to do multi-sequence hedging. You pick your pairs for whatever technique you use and trust me on that. So we can't lose on this buy, so that's all good. Euro Swiss in a sell, it's going absolutely sideways. You can tell too the Bollinger Bands, and these are the settings on this are the 80, so it's a let's have a look. Where's my settings? There. Let's have a look. I don't know what I'm looking at here. Oh, 8. RSI 813. Give me 2 seconds. All right, I was being an absolute idiot. I found it. Stop looking. All right. Go down the Bollinger Band setup. 80. SMA. Yeah, so standard deviation 3. So that's it for the Bollinger Bands. So they're big Bollinger Band. So they're wide. Look, they're narrowing right up. But it's a sell and going nowhere fast. Euro pound, we're in a buy, can't lose. It's heading up the right direction. Stop in place now. We'll put a stop in, closed half. All right, New Zealand CAD, this is one that's caused me a bit of grief. All right, I messed this up. There's good news and there's bad news. Let's go to the bad news first. Sequence 1 is still running. So it's a buy there, second buy, third buy for sequence 1. So we're in 3 buys. Sequence 2 is a sell. Can't lose on that. It's got a stop in place. Already closed half, put a stop in place because MACD platinum went above the zero level, so just had another dig at it. Sequence 3 is a new buy. Again, MACD platinum below the zero level. Even though I'm still stuck in a buy in sequence 1, I'm going to take a sequence 3 too. And it's just looking a bit ugly at the moment too. So there's sequence 3 there. So I've got 2 break-evens, one for sequence 1 and one for overall, which have been pretty close to the same. Those 2 yellow dash lines there. So we're just waiting for another buy signals, hopefully. Hopefully we'll get a sell here, or this reverses and goes up. Either way, we just go again. All right, New Zealand Swiss, highlighted orange. Oh, yeah. All right, sequence, this one here, sequence 1 was this red line here. It was a sell. There's a couple of trades on there. There's one there, there's a second one there, and already closed that one, closed partial, and dragged the stop down, and it's been stopped out somewhere in there, 6th of Jan. So there, touch just through there. It's a little tight to see, but it's stopped out in there. It's obviously stopped out the next day, and the next day, it doesn't matter. So we took a win on that sell. Like I said, I just leave it on the charts for the video, and we're in a buy here. It was S2 buy. It was two trades, one here and the second one there. Already closed one. You can read all the notes there. Just pause the video, read the notes. Did a partial close once the MACD plat went through the 0 level. Not much movement there, a little bit of profit. Stop in place now. It's very close to the stop. It'll probably be stopped out Monday morning, but not going to lose anything. So 2 trades, no losses, all very tight. So we're just trying to get blood out of a stone there. All right, boys and girls, that's 32 minutes. Yeah, Matt's back on the scene, my TradingView dude from the US. He's just changed a couple of indicators for me. You probably saw playing around with them there. Yeah, the name's even changed. 25. Oh yeah, December 25. That should be January 25. You idiot, Jim. I'll change that. All right. Yeah, so he's done a couple of changes for me on the. Nothing changes. There's nothing new. The old indicators still work well. I can just put a lot more on, and especially if you've only got the free version, because this now it's got the 3 moving averages, the Bollinger Bands, obviously the QMP filter, all built into one indicator. So it's all one indicator. And the 20 moving average if you want it. So there's 4 moving averages, QMP filter and Bollinger Bands. And the bottom one here has got the MACD Platinum and the QQE Advanced built into one. So anyone's on the free version of TradingView, there's your 2 indicators. The only thing is you can't put 2 sets of Bollinger Bands on. That's the only difference. But that's no big deal. You don't really need all that. All right, boys and girls, thanks for watching. Like I said, if you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe button. It's always appreciated. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Anyone's got any questions, hit me up, any of the groups. I'm happy to answer. And I'll talk to you good folk sometime next week. Stay safe.